Helen here with Eyes on the Game in Las Vegas, being joined by the one and only, aka main event Muhammad, Belal Muhammad. How has this fight week been now that it's your first main event?
It's honestly been amazing. I've been here a week early. It's been cool just to get used to the air and stuff like that. And man, literally the people around me right now, if you guys know them, the Ottoman brothers, the Zatar brothers, dude, they've been taking care of me all week, putting me in a nice hotel room. Literally anything I want, anything I need. It's just been amazing. Just to have those people with you, knowing that they support you and stuff like that, it just like made life easier.
Yes, and this hotel room has such a beautiful view. But I follow you on Twitter, and I noticed a post that you made back in 2016. You were reaching out to different promotions before getting signed with the UFC, and you made your pro MMA debut August 18th, 2012. So almost 9 years ago. Describe what this journey has been like and leading to this moment, to your main event on the cusp of a title shot.
It's been amazing, thinking back to like the hard, long road that I've been through. And like I said, that moment was where I couldn't get a fight. I was signed with Titan FC. They weren't getting me any opponents. So I was like trying to reach out to other promotions, try to get the biggest names. I was always that guy outside of the UFC. I wanted to fight the toughest opponents because I'm like, I want to fight the toughest opponents now, because if I get in the UFC and I fought cans all outside of the UFC, I'm going to lose when I get in the UFC. So I was like looking for the biggest names, the toughest guys, to show that I could compete with the best in the world. And even when I got in the UFC, I'm sitting there calling for the highest ranked guy every single fight, every time I can. And I'm always trying to step up no matter what. And this is finally my week to prove it, to prove that I belong in that top five, to prove that I'm in that echelon with these guys when they talk about title fights and who's Usman going to fight next. They need to start mentioning my name with that, and I'm going to prove it this weekend.
Absolutely. And looking at Leon Edwards, what do you make of his skill set?
He's good. There's really nothing extraordinary about him. He's pretty good everywhere, but like, it's when people tell me like, oh, do you wish you had more time or that time? I was like, no, I don't really need it. He's not really a specialist in anything specific. He's not a Damian Maia where I need to work with a Jits guy one-on-one for eight weeks or something like that. He's not a Khabib wrestler. He doesn't have Francis Ngannou knockout power. He's just pretty good everywhere. And guys that are pretty good everywhere, they break. Those guys, once it comes down to it, comes down to heart and cardio, I think. And I have way more than he does.
Well, with a win over Leon on Saturday, how confident are you that that title shot is next for you?
I mean, he was the guy that was supposed to fight for the title next. He had the fight offered. It slipped through his fingers. And like I say, man, opportunities in this game, they don't come around often. So like when opportunity knocks, you got to go for it right away. He had the title shot. He lost that opportunity. It went to Gilbert Burns, and now he has to fight somebody else, and he's gonna lose, and he's gonna lose that whole opportunity, and he's gonna think back like, dang, I should have fought for that title when I had the chance. That's why when I tell these guys, man, when UFC calls, I'm always gonna say, yeah, I'm always gonna be ready for it. But for me, man, I want to fight Colby Covington next. I hate that guy. That's the guy I'd rather fight next before Usman.
I want to ask you about that. Like, where do you think Colby Covington stands? Because he's kind of just on the outskirts, and we know that rematch between Kamaru and Jorge, that's coming up next. So are you hoping that Colby will just kind of wait out, and then with the win over Leon Saturday, you get him next, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, these guys nowadays, they're out here camping out with their rankings. They don't want to put anything on the line. They're sitting out there waiting, hoping that, there's an injury or something like that, and they can step in. And that's the type of guy Colby is. He's going to be waiting. He feels like he deserves something else. He deserves a big money fight, but that's not what it's all about, man. It's about competing, man. Go back to the old days when you're outside of the UFC fighting for freaking $500 at a bar. Like, you would wish for the moments you have now. Wish to be on a ESPN main event. That's what I did. That's what I always think about. Like, I dreamed of these moments. So the fact that now I have the opportunity to go out there and perform on a stage like this is huge. So I'm always going to take these opportunities when they come.
What advantages do you think you have over Colby?
Everything, man. That dude sucks. I'm better than him everywhere, and after I beat Leon, I'm going to prove it.
I noticed over the weekend, UFC 259, you posted a tweet about Aljamain Sterling because he's been kind of getting some negativity in how he responded, and you were saying he's not acting. So I kind of wanted to maybe get your thoughts on just everything that occurred with his fight against Petr Yan.
Yeah, people are out here saying, oh, the knee didn't land. There's like a lot of crazy people out there. But I tell people all the time, don't read comments on Twitter, because the people that matter are your family. The people that matter are your coaches, your team. Like Israel Adesanya said after his fight, like, yeah, I lost, but my family still loves me. My coaches still love me. My team still loves me. And same thing for Aljamain. His family's still proud of him. His team's still proud of him. He had to go through a hard camp. It took him years to get to that level to be in a title fight. It didn't end the way he wanted it, but now he gets the rematch. He got 2 checks that day. Be proud of that. Like, honestly, like, and then like you said, like, whether you win or lose, your family doesn't care. Like, they're not sitting there telling you, oh, you shouldn't have did that, you shouldn't have faked that, because in the end, those are the only people that matter, and those are the only people that really, truly care about you, because in the long run, the fans, they're going to forget about you. They're not going to care about whether you have retirement money or anything like that. They don't care. If they see you on the street after you're done retired, they're going to sit there and make fun of you, like, oh, look at this guy, he's working at Subway or something now. They're just looking for that troll moment. And that's why I tell even like these guys nowadays, even younger fighters, don't read comments, because that's only going to make you more, give you more anxiety, give you more stress. That stuff doesn't matter. Those people really don't care about you. A lot of those people just do it just to trigger you.
Yeah, very well said. I completely agree. But did you know you have like a lot of loyal, passionate fans on Twitter, though?
Yeah, honestly, man, it's crazy that how many people I have supporting me. Like I said, like just the energy I got from the room today with Khabib and all them guys and the people around me, man, like it just makes you feel good that you have all those people supporting you. And then when you go on Twitter and you read all those people tweeting about you and things like that, it's cool. It's cool to know that I have a good following and a loyal following.
And lastly, not only are you main event Muhammad fighting this Saturday against Leon Edwards, but on the day of your fight, it's also the Schmo's birthday, and he wanted to make sure he's there watching front row. So with the victory on Saturday, will you be singing him happy birthday?
Now you reminded me. So now I got it locked in right now. So we're definitely going to be singing happy birthday to the Schmo.